The two key leaders in the UK's general election have gone head-to-head in a heated final debate before next Thursday's poll.
Can you afford to pay at least £2,000 more in tax?
Rishi Sunak.
That is a lie.
Thank you very much.
Not to repeat that lie, and he's just done it.
Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and Labor leader Keir Starmer clashed as they faced questions on immigration, welfare and the cost of living. The issue of ethics in politics was also raised after betting allegations were levelled at party officials and candidates over the timing of the election.
This takes leadership. What I did when one of my team was alleged to have been involved and investigated by the Gambling Commission, they were suspended within minutes.
I was furious to hear about these things. That's why I've dealt with it. But the choice of this election is about, as Sue said, it's about leadership, it's about integrity in politics, and that's a question about doing what you say.
The debate was hosted by the BBC at Nottingham Trent University. It didn't take long for the exchanges to become more pointed and personal.
You opposed it when I announced it. You literally opposed it.
If you listen to people in the audience across the country more often, you might not be quite so out of touch.
You are going to have higher welfare under you, and that's why you can't deliver tax cuts the way that I can.
But the Prime Minister
and people should not surrender to this.
If there's that much wrong with the system, who's the guy in charge of the system over the last 14 years? Well, why is it so bad?
Okay, you want to be in charge, but you've got nothing to say to people about what you would do about it.
650 seats in the House of Commons are up for grabs in next Thursday's election. The Conservatives have been in power for the past 14 years and there have been 5 different Prime Ministers in that time. Labor has a double-digit lead in the opinion polls and observers say Rishi Sunak had nothing to lose in the debate. One question to both leaders clearly resonated with the audience.
Are you two really the best we've got to be the next Prime Minister of our great country?
My primary job was to deliver that economic stability so I could start cutting your taxes. That is the journey we're now on. So whatever your other frustrations, the choice for you at this election is about the future.
It has to be rooted, if we're going to restore hope, in my view, in returning politics to service. The sense that you come into politics to serve.
A Snap YouGov poll has declared the debate a tie. Both leaders scored 50% for their performance in the encounter. For young voters in the city of Liverpool, there's much to consider going into the election.
I think this year it's probably just going to be a case of voting for the least awful.
The cost of everything is just a nightmare at the moment. You know, we've come out and I've had to borrow money because I'm not earning enough to be able to go out and do things that I want to do.
If you're not happy and you don't make changes or have your voice heard, it's never going to change, is it? So it may only be a little voice, but it's still a voice.